Now, all the senior Miltonians have seen the young participants graduating. Now, even they would like to hear what you have experienced in MELT. Now, the stage is open here. You're welcome to come up here and share few words. Come on, Miltonians.
Good evening. It's not the MILT way of saying good evening. I'm not hearing the sound. The sound is very low. Good evening. Still, I'm not feeling that resounding. Good evening. I welcome you all, Miltonians, the young Miltonians, I can say. Aporesh has been saying that most of us go to the grave without singing music, still laying behind. Or we can say that, or the best psychologist said that the most people are most advanced people are most experienced people who used their brain is the 7%. If we think that he is the most successful person and he did everything, that man has used only 7% of his brain capacity. So there is a 93% of the brain capacity is unused. The MILT course is for bringing out your latent talent and hidden talents or hidden powers, energy, everything out. Hope that this course help you to bring out your all energies. And this course is aimed to remove the primary area. How you can improve is removing layers of complexities which you have been added as you grow. That the primary way, how can we improve ourselves? And every activity in the course has been designed, and every exercise is being designed in such a way that to take out your complexities or some or other way, help you out, improve on yourself. I hope that you are taking all those exercises. Sometimes it appears to be a silly thing or why it should be done, or sometimes it may appear that there is no way in any way in connected to your reasoning. Please follow it. And Aporesh always used to say that a multi-dimensional growth is required. This, whatever the exercises, whatever you have done is in one way, and spiritual dimension is another way. That definitely need to be added to your MILT course. I think, of course, Danny and Kaiser would introduce you that. That is very important. And HR sessions, which are very, very much important. Hope you all going to have it going forward. Thank you all. Welcome you all to the MILT fraternity. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Miltonian Srinivas, for sharing your experience. Let us give Miltonian Tangaraj a big round of applause.
Good evening, dear Miltonians and participants. No, again. Good evening. Last 1 month has been a very active life part for me. From the time the course 1 was announced, we've been working. Now, personally for me, it is a very growth period. Today only Kaiser said that every salesman undergoes this. If somebody is going to say no to you, and that is your growth. I have done my part. Several people who promised that they would come, they did not turn up, but that did not deter me. I'll still continue to work. I'll do my duty and leave the rest to God. This is what Aporesh told me. And I'm growing more and more with the MILT, and every day is a enjoyable day and enjoying my life. Thank you so much for this opportunity.
Mm, I have not prepared my speech. I was not knowing that I'll be able to talk. 1988, I was one among you, sitting there, hearing the speeches of others, and I had the opportunity to get trained from Aporesh Acharya. And from the time 1988, I was not able to speak. I was a Secretary General in one of same year convention, and when I had to give a speech of acceptance, I just said 3 words: thank you, thank you, thank you, because I didn't have the courage to speak. Friends, 1988 to 2024, I am fully associated with MILT. What is the benefit that you get from doing MILT is the byproduct is the Alumni Association, the Miltonians, and you learn to live on a better scale. How you will be able to learn on a better scale is be in touch with all Miltonians, with your Miltonian friends, with Miltonian families. Start accepting things as it comes. And one biggest thing what I learned in MILT is when somebody asks you to take up some position, let us say that you are asked to join an EC committee. First say yes, and then start thinking what to do, how I can be there in that, I can be successful. It will be the same thing in your life, in your family, and in your personal life. And you will get a lot when you continue to be in MILT and learn a lot and be a guiding factor for others who will be looking at you. When you start becoming positive and others looks at you, be one thing very clear, that you should be positive always and others looks at you. When you start talking, deliberating the subject in a negative way, nobody will be coming near to you. So always be positive, be courageous, and be in touch with Miltonians. Thank you very much.
Keeping time in mind, we have one more slot. Yes, let us welcome Miltonian Kishore Hegde with a huge round of applause.
Once again, everybody is wishing good evening. I will also say good evening. Good evening, friends. Good evening. That's it. A warm welcome to all new budding Miltonians. Right? Shall we applaud and welcome them? Thank you. Right, my name is Kishore Hegde. I'm sure I think the earlier speaker, Sridhar, did you introduce yourself? Sridhar Alampalli, my elder brother, right? Not in true sense, but then he's not my biological elder brother, but then he has guided me all through these years. 88, he did it. 90, I did it. Okay? All these years, believe me, friends, I joined MILT because I was going through a turmoil. I thought there is a magic formula here. Yes, there is a magic formula. I'm sure you have learnt. But believe me, the best part is after the course is over, be with us, be with the Alumni Association. There are a lot of things to do. Just be there. A great cricketer, once said, those days were test matches. You know how to run, how to score the runs? Just be in the crease all through the day. Not like T20. So it's a long journey. It's a marathon. So from my side, I'm conducting pegging session. I'm sure you have learned pegging. Okay, we are conducting pegging session all online. So please join. Apart from that, I'm also associated with Snehalaya. I'm sure by now you know what is Snehalaya. Please visit. I'm associated with Snehalaya. Every fortnight we have a program called How Things Work. So one speaker, one Miltonian, one well-wisher, they come and teach our children for about an hour or so. So these 2 programs are available for you. Please join. So the best thing I said, no, I'm not over it. Yeah, the best thing is just be with us. That's it. Thank you.
Now, for the past who? Okay, let us welcome Shiv. Shiv there with a huge round of applause.
Thank you. Good evening. I'm saying it softly. Well, my name is Shivdev. I did my MILT in 1998. And this is very nostalgic here, standing here, because it's the very same spot I graduated. And those days, Mentor Aporesh used to say during his course, YGB, you've got to believe. Then when I took my acceptance speech, I said, IDB, I do believe. Okay. On a serious note, when I joined MILT, I was going through a severe depression, some ups and downs in life. I had to go visit a psychiatrist and all these people, nothing helped. When MILT came along, it's a long story, I don't want to narrate that, but it's really transformed me to a large extent because whatever I've followed in the MILT principles, it's helped me. What I have not, I've got to take the blame for it. So after today's session, I'll renew my commitment to follow MILT principles in a proper manner. So like already my predecessors have said, how to get a growth-oriented life from now on, especially all the new participants. Congratulations on the 4-day fast-track project you've taken. I did a 7-day project, 7-day program. The others did 7 weeks. So all of us in this, have different design courses. But anyway, so having said that, please be associated with MILT and do believe in yourselves in whatever you do, but follow those 4 principles which Chinmay repeated earlier: honesty, courage, powerful, and sincerity. Follow them. Whatever you say, I'm sure you'll do well. Thanks a lot, and it's nice to see all the Miltonians.
For the past 4 days, we have heard a lot from this man. He loves being on the stage. I feel so. So let us welcome Miltonian Kaiser Masood to address the gathering.
Yes, I do love to be on the stage, but not today. I'm just kidding. I heard a number of talk to convince, talk to get action. I'm going to do a talk to inform. Because for the last 4 days, I think I've done the others. I'm here really to remind, inform all of you of what is the shift which is happening in the MILT course. Most of us, though not all of you, have known it to be one course. That is the MLC or its various avatars. Looking at the work that Aporesh left behind as maxims, his works in his various talks, we looked at it and said that the MILT way cannot live merely as the charitable work which we do, as the fraternity which we have. The third leg of this stool, with which is the original leg of this stool, which is the principles, we need to refurbish, rejuvenate, recontextualize that and make it available to the world. This was the background. So therefore, the MILT curriculum, also known as the MILT Way, and as simply put as possible, inner mastery, outer impact. That's the 2 wheels of MILT, if we can put it that way, is a journey right now conceptualized as a 3-part curriculum. MILT Course 1. Somebody asked me, this course is called Course 1. How many more are there? I said, see, by birth I'm a Muslim, so there should be 4. But we have 3 for the moment. 2 of them are already done. This year, During the national convention, which happened in December, we launched Course 2 for Miltonians who had already done some version of Milt. The Course 1 is maximize your potential. Coming from the thinking process that people just walk in, people are just living an ordinary life, and then do we awaken that there is something more. In every speech of acceptance, I could hear that resonate. That's the first thing. But the journey is not over yet. The next phase, the next part, is to experience Milt a little bit and then go into a deeper aspect, which is Course 2, break free from your limits. Our national convention last 2023 December was called Break Free 2023. Inspired by that convention, we called the second course, Course 2, Break Free from Your Limits. All those limits. So this is giving you a perspective. That is a very different course. And both these have very different ways in which they open up for you. And the third course, which we haven't yet conducted, is not like a training program. It is a coaching process, group coaching process, which is called Be a Real Leader. So this is our vision here. Then we have our beautiful alumni. And connected with the alumni, we have to create and develop our ecosystem. There are people here who come from different walks of life, different interests, different capabilities, and they have something to give everybody. So we want to launch a whole universe of micro challenges, micro experiences, micro courses. So you know something, you learn something, you take that and you do a 2-hour session. That becomes a micro course. Because unless we are in the process of learning, unless we are in the process of examining ourselves, unless we are in the process of breaking free, we may even do good things, but we will not get that connection between inner mastery and outer impact. There are lots of people who do charitable work out there, bigger than us. But it does not mean that they are playing the game of inner mastery and outer impact. We may be doing something smaller, but within that, our game really, the game which we are playing here, is not really charity. The game we are playing is inner mastery, outer impact. So what we are doing in MILT as charity, Kishore mentioned he does this program at Snehalaya for these children. Where is Kishore? Kishore, the reason I clapped is that I have been consistently seeing this program unfold almost weekly. Is it weekly? Fortnightly. But I have seen so many of them and photographs regularly coming through. Different Miltonians invited, contributing, saying something, giving the kind of some knowledge to those children. What are our children doing? They are on their phones. Our children are not getting the kind of privilege that Kishore is making available to these children. Awesome. So I was so excited, I wanted to celebrate. So nobody told Kishore, please do this. It's something he envisioned. So we are in that phase where our mentor physically is gone. Otherwise, he would initiate something. And then we would all follow that. Today we are in a place where, like Kishore, we have to initiate stuff. As I often say, Aporesh was larger than life in many of our lives. Can I be 2% Aporesh? If there are 70, 80, 100, 1,000 Miltonians across the globe who are active, who are participating, and if each one of us can give 2%, then we together can be more powerful than Aporesh. The real thank you is in doing that collectively. For me, that is the MILT way. All of you have put that together, and this course has not been easy. A lot of effort by a lot of Miltonians. I think Ram acknowledged that. People who have done things, people who have invited people in their life, almost all of you came only through Miltonians. Nobody came through any other channel. We are working on a platform so that we can connect with the world at large. But we really bank on people like you inviting people in your life. The last part of it, which we spoke about in the course, we invented a new word in course 1 and course 2. People at the back who are Miltonians, you don't know this word, but you will know it someday because the spirit, the effort, what it takes is already there in you. The word we've invented is logos, lovos, ment. That's something which you all do as Miltonians. You've done it for years, okay? So we don't have a definition for that term. But it is that spirit which can't be captured in a word. It is that spirit with which Sridhar spoke, with which every single Miltonian who came up here and spoke. Each of you who spoke, and when you were touched, when you were genuine, when you were authentic, logos, lovos, ment is there. We invented a word because we didn't believe that persuade, influence, selling captures that. When you touch somebody's life, what word to use? Convince? I did not convince them. When he came and just tapped me on my back or he hugged me, that's not convinced. So what is that word? So we said we'll create one shitty word which nobody understands, but everybody feels. So that is the spirit of MILT. I have, as a person who has worked on developing the MILT way, lots of people to thank along the way. Before you even entered the program and know all of these people, I need to first start by acknowledging the people when I made the very first presentation who invited me to take on this task and saw what I was trying to put, what I was thinking. And one of those persons is our ED. Thank you. Thank you. Another person who saw that and didn't stop at just listening to me. I still remember I was in my farmhouse and he called me. My entire family, extended family, was waiting for me for lunch. And he spoke to me on a Sunday from 2 p.m. to 4 p.m. telling me why I should take this on, why I should develop whatever I've put on the presentation, make it real. That was almost a year and a half ago. Slowly, inching forward, we've moved here. And we first did the course 2 a few months ago. There again, Sita was the course master. And there were a whole bunch of Miltonians online who joined us every week for 10 weeks. 10 weeks, 11 weeks. Sita? 10 to 11, 10 weeks. And here, to make this course happen, there are a number of people who played different roles. Apart from the people in here, we have a small team, Pan-India Miltonians. I would like to take their names. Anirvan, from Bangalore, E.J. Kulkarni, who you've met, you've heard. Sham Lata, Uday, and from the Middle East, Ramesh. These are all names of Miltonians. Someday you would know them. These people are part of the evaluation team of this course. They are Miltonians. They don't understand how a course is designed, what is the grunt of it, but they volunteered to something that they don't fully understand, but they are connected with. So a lot of discussion has happened with them, a lot more yet to be done. People from all over there. I wish that they are watching us. Thank you so much. We still have our journey to be complete, but you have started it and you have given us some inputs. That itself is a start. To produce this program, other than Miltonians who have invited all of you to produce this program, I have several other people who have supported us. From the bottom of my heart, the very first person I want to thank is Daniel Jacob. Danny has done this course, the original Aporesh Acharya course, for now 30 odd years. And then he has to work like an like me. He has to work with a like me. Got it? He has to work with me. That's a tough job. Not because I'm a great hero or something. It's a tough job. Okay? But he has come all the way, always half the way, and often more than that. And we've collaborated to recast this course, bringing in new themes. Design thinking, they don't know what it is. You are the first batch which knows design thinking. Assertiveness training, they don't know what it is. It was never part of the MILT course. You know what it is. 3As they knew in 15 minutes. They didn't get into the exercise of it. You know what it is. So there are lots of innovations which have come in here. And to work with that, to see the course go all over the place, if I have used to something, that is something which is Danny's generosity that he's allowed me to play and help recreate this course. The second person, I've just put her second because I can't put her first. There is only one first. But she has been immensely, and I'm going to take this time to tell you how. A, while I am with the course, I am looking at many of those aspects of the course. She is the wind beneath my wings. The bird can't fly without the wind. And that, ladies and gentlemen, you know is our course master, Sita Holla. Extremely organized. Every 12 noon, there's a movie, Western movie, some of you would know it, High Noon. It's a Western movie. You wouldn't know, it's a black and red zamana, but I'm a Western movie buff. Like that 12 noon, whether I've left my office on the way or at home, she will call me. Kaiser, these things have to be done. Well, while I may be the energy and the thought, none of that would have materialized without you, Sita. Thank you so much. These last 4 days, like a mother, like an older sister, I had my throat gone the first day. She has taken care of all of us. Thank you again for that in the course. You wouldn't know. She would sit at the back, and she's sitting at the back because she's watching A, whether you are engaged, whether you are well. She is looking at all those aspects, whether your food has come, whether this arrangement. So she's not just the wind beneath my wings, she's the wind beneath the entire course. Okay? Then there is, of course, the coaches who know most of this stuff. They know most of this stuff for 2 reasons. One is almost all of them were part of my course too. I had a strategy of putting some parts of this in course 2 and then moving it here like a jigsaw puzzle so that they would be familiar with that, and then moving in other parts into course 2. It's pretty much like how you do a jigsaw puzzle, but all the pieces are there. They have relentlessly been here, supporting the organization, supporting people, supporting us, Danny and me, and they have ensured that the entire play, that you are connected with the material, those little things where we are not able to reach you, that is Danny and I, they are available to you. There are also a set of people who are not coaches, who are not trainers, who are not the course master, but the course master's team. And those people also are pretty much like that extended family. So, ladies and gentlemen, at this time, I would not just like them to stand up. I would like the entire team which produced this program to come up here with the coaches. I am inviting A. Manjunath, Ram, Priya, Anand, Chinmay, Hariharan, where's Hariharan? Tangaraj, Lokesh, Tangaraj is here. Grahadurai, Sridhar Alampalli, Mahendra Chauhan, of course, the photo is not yet happening. And of course, the two people I mentioned first, Danny and Sita. Here, Sita. Curious. Lakshman Bharat. Where is Ram? Okay, thank you so much, all of you, each one of you, mentors. I personally, when I heard each one of the mentor talks, and they may resonate the same, there were aspects, some of them I didn't know, and some of them I knew, but the way you put it across really touched me as I was sitting there interviewing you. So thank you so much for being a mentor. My dearest coaches, there wasn't much you learned from, like you said, not from a perspective of new ideas. See, in MILT, there are no great new ideas. If you want to learn new ideas, there is one place called YouTube. Go learn that. All that we spoke about here, you will find it on YouTube. But believe me, all those people presenting it there are presenting it like an idea. The kind of experience, the kind right from the gut, having lived it, that you can't find on YouTube. The way you get touched in here or even in an online course, you can stand on your head, YouTube, this tube, that tube, any tube, you won't find it. So that magic comes from all our coaches and our mentors. Like I said, there are a few other people who I want to specifically call out. And those people ensure that the technologically challenged people or the attention challenged people, that is, their attention is somewhere, both these category of people, which is Daniel Jacob and Kaiser Masood, they ensure that they support us very well. And right through this course, I don't have printouts, I don't have this, oh, where is that switch? Why is that not working? People are waiting. And those two people are Manjunath and Lokesh. There are several other people who have brought us to this stage. They are not in that evaluation team, they are not in the production team, but they are people who have contributed in many other aspects which are even today just buds. There is a lot of work in many areas to do with the MILT Way. What's the vision? Taking the MILT Way to the world. Not an easy task. But they are the people who have ensured that the thought and the foundation has been built there. There are two people who are helping us thinking in terms of MILT, the MILT Way as a brand. How does it reach out to people on social media? One of those people is here, the other is not. But I will mention both. The first person who is lending his professional expertise in the area of branding, advertising, and presenting ourselves to the world is our dear Miltonian, Chandru. The second person who is doing that, he said he would come, he's not here. He's not keeping well. He and his wife, they have done tremendous amount of work to ensure that this course, the message of this course reaches you. Every little meme, a little bit of the poster that you received, the banner which is here, the banner which is there, the whole campaign of Course 1 Beyond, which Danny spoke about, all of that was done by Miltonian Kiran and Seema. Yeah.